Good afternoon and welcome to Kelly's Cooking on the Cheap. Today I'm going to make a white bean chili with chicken in it, and I'm just going to go through the process with you, and like I've said before, use what you have on hand. And today I've had to make a couple of substitutions. One, I forgot to put cumin on my list, so I had Googled what I could do in place of it, and it suggested coriander, but I don't have coriander, so an alternative is chili powder. So I'm going to do that. And then it also called for a white bean or cannellini bean, so what I had was northern beans. So that was my other substitution. So let's get started, and I'm going to start cooking up the chicken. So here we go. So first thing I'm going to do is add some olive oil. I've already got the pan heated. And I'm going to cut up the chicken into cubes. And this is what I pulled the chicken out from what I had in the freezer. Sorry if you hear a noise in the back. I'm running the dishwasher as I do this. So hopefully you can hear me okay. It calls for about 3/4 of a pound of chicken, but I think I'm going to be putting in about a pound. I think it's still a little frozen. I hope you all are having a good weekend. I'm just ready for next weekend for a 3-day weekend. I hope you guys are too. Do you guys have any plans? We've got a fundraiser for my boys' band. Marching band team. So we'll be doing that. Visiting with some family. One more piece. Let me go wash my hands real quick, and then we'll add the seasonings and other items. So just 1 second. Alright, so I am adding oregano, chili powder, some salt, and some pepper. Let me get that stirred real quick. And then next I am going to add some onion and some jalapeno pepper that's been de-seeded and deveined. And if you had seen my video last weekend, I had bought a bag of jalapenos from Aldi. A couple days ago, I chopped them up and froze them. That way I don't have to keep buying them and then go bad. So I'm going to use my judgment on one jalapeno. That's maybe 1.5, so I'm sure my guys will thank me later. Not. So this has got to cook for about 3 or 4 minutes. And then once it gets done, we'll add a few more items. Alright, we're back and the chicken is getting close to being done. So what I'm going to do now is add in some garlic. I believe it calls for 4 cloves of garlic, but since I've got the garlic, I'm going to put in 3 or 4 tablespoons, or 4 teaspoons I should say. What did I do? There we go. Here it is, my garlic. So there's 1, 2. I'm just going to do a 3rd heaping. Alright. So I'm just going to stir that in and let it cook in with the chicken and the veggies. I'm ready for chilly weather, and hopefully here soon I can make it, and I'll have to video that and show you my version. It's one where I won a little chili cook-off at church a couple of years ago with it, so I'll share it with you hopefully here soon. Now, a question for everybody: when you make chili, you put beans in it. What kind of beans do you put in yours? I won't spoil it, I usually like pork and beans, but other beans are starting to work on me on liking them. Maybe it's an age thing. Alright, since this looks done, I'm going to go ahead and turn the stove off and put it in the crock pot. I've got it started, or I'm getting ready to start it on low, and it's one that doesn't cook for very long, 3.5 to 4 hours. So let me get a pot holder and throw it in. I like using the slow cooker liners because it makes cleanup a heck of a lot easier. So got that in. So now I am going to, as I move you guys back over, I'm using the Great Northern beans, and I've got a half cup of beans. Actually, I need another cup real quick of them. I'll need a total of 1 cup of the beans in a separate bowl with about a half a cup of broth, and I'm using water and chicken bouillon powder in place of chicken broth, and I am going to mash those up. So here we go. My masher is in the dishwasher being cleaned, so I'm using my little meat masher and try to mash them up. I think a fork would have been better, but we'll make do. We're getting there. Here's what it's looking like so far. Alright, so I'm going to make do with what it is. I'm going to add this to the crock pot. That with the rest of the chicken broth, and it's 3 cups of chicken broth. And let me grab the rest of the beans. place it in. All right, so here we go. It's on low. It's going to cook for 3.5, 4 hours. And then we'll come back and I'll dish it up with some toppings for it. Hello, I'm finishing up the white bean chili with chicken in it. And I wanted to show you what it looked like. So here we go. It looks pretty good. Probably looks wise, the only thing I would change is I would have made sure those beans I smushed was a little bit more smushed. But let me just do a little spoonful so I can show you what it looks like. There it is. And it suggested, let me turn it back around just a second. So what it suggested was to add some cheese and some sour cream. And do a little dollop here. When I say dollop, I think of the commercial Daisy commercial for sour cream. So just ignore me. Some stuff does that. There you go. Plate it up. Now let me taste test it. Let me fix that. All right. Now I can see it better. Piece of chicken, sour cream and cheese. It's not bad. Sour cream makes it nice and creamy. And get one with a little piece of jalapeno in it. There it is, with the jalapeno in it. Cheese. It's not too spicy, which would be good if you had youngins. So I would recommend this. It's pretty good. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, please leave one. And if you liked it, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good evening.